Hey guys, how are you? It is Saturday night and I have a big glare behind me, don't I? Okay, so hang on here, guys. Hang on. Oh, that works out. Okay, cool. All right, so it's Saturday night and I'm still in Indianapolis and hanging out. It is freezing cold outside. It snowed all day long, so I'm like over that. So kind of just vegging out. But anyhow, I wanted to talk about a few things. Sideline parents. It is the hardest conversation to have with any parent, is a sideline conversation. When you are a parent, as I was, I had two girls that played volleyball. We were at hang on here, sir, okay. We were many tournaments, and I'm guilty of doing some things too. I mean, I remember when my oldest, who's now 27, when she was playing, she was a middle and she was really tall. And I never could understand how come the other middle got more looks or more offers than her. Even my outside, one of my daughters was an outside, and I thought she was fantastic. I thought she was the best thing since sliced bread when it came to volleyball. Finding out later that maybe she wasn't the best thing since sliced bread. But that's okay because that's how I learned how important it is to listen to our kids, to be the cheerleader, and to make sure they get the right fit. And that's kind of where I think everyone needs to realize what your kids need to have is the right fit. Um, for me, the hardest thing was to let go at the sidelines and listen to coaches or recruiters behind me talking about other kids and not mine. I thought mine was the best. I thought mine was wonderful, perfect, and no one could beat her, and she was the best. But you want to know something? She is the best in her own right. She is the best of what she was doing. And we as parents have to remember that while we are at these big tournaments, there's college coaches everywhere. We're hearing about our neighbor kid going over, I mean, a kid from the other team, a coach is talking to, or you are sitting here and then behind you, there's people talking about other kids, and you're like, wait, what about my kid? Hey, did you see my kid? Number 13, did you see my kid? That's not what it's about. It's about finding the right fit. No matter what, no matter how we do this, finding the right fit is what's most important. So if it means that that coach that was there that day was not the right fit for your daughter or son, then that's just how it is. But that's okay because there's so much out there. And I just want to make sure you parents know that your job as a parent is to be that cheerleader, be that person on the sidelines, be that person that is saying, hey, I'm here for you, I'm rooting for you. No matter what kind of day you're going to have, I'm going to be here for you. Remember that, because you want to know something? All their life, they're going to get disappointments. They may not get the job they want. They may fall in and out of love. Friends may leave them. All sorts of things may happen, but that's okay, because if we don't teach them that not everyone's the same, then they're going to have ups and downs all the time. So when it comes to college sports, you have to remember every college coach looks for something different. Let me give you a setter. Okay, so there's two setters on a team. They both look fantastic. They both do a great job. They both have great hands. They both are on the court being present. They both have great court side. Everything's wonderful. Everything is. One has dark hair, one has blonde hair, one has an A average, one has a B average. They're basically about the same. They just have little tweaks that are different. But you want to know something? It's about what the coach thinks, not what we think. The coach. The coach is the one that says, hey, I like what I saw on the court. I think that kid will fit into my program. And that's kind of where you have to remember that. They are thinking if that kid will fit into their program, not our program. Okay. Not your program, mom and dad's. Okay. The coach. The coach has been coaching usually for many, many years. And it's really funny, like 5 minutes, not even. That coach can sit there and watch your athlete, no matter where you're at, baseball, football, whatever it is, and usually can tell right away if that kid is going to be a best fit for their team. I know it's crazy, but they've been doing it for so long. They can look at a kid and say, "Hey, I think that's a kid I like," or "That body type is what I like to work with," or "I can train that body type really well." And that's what you have to remember. Unfortunately, it's not our decision where our kids go. The coaches have to like our kids to go ahead and get them on the team. So, with that being said, remember that while you're sitting there and you're watching your kids and they're playing, be their cheerleader. Be encouraging to them. And if they hear about maybe another teammate's getting a coach looking at them, or maybe another teammate's getting more, so what? So what? It's about the best fit. Okay? It's about the best fit academically, athletically, and that only 1% of all these athletes go pro. All that 99% doesn't. So they want to play the game because it's their heart, it's their soul, it's their inside. If we start going ahead and comparing that to the other athletes on the court or in their on their team or in their club or whatever it might be, we are going to ruin it for them. So as parents, take a deep breath and realize it's okay. Your child will get placed at the best school for him or her. Just let the process work. There is a process. Okay, there is a process. That college coach, when they watch your student, when I talk with them when I'm on the court and there's a college coach there, right? And they say, "Hey, tell me about number 13." Okay, I like 13. That was my one daughter's number. She always had 13. Hey, tell me about number 13. What they ask me are things like this: What's her ACT? What's her GPA? What's her intended major? They actually ask me those questions. They don't say, "Oh boy, I see that she gets off on her left foot a little slow," or "Hey, I see that her swing's a little slow," or "Hey, or she has her ball control is a little off," or "Boy, that swing doesn't work well," or maybe she says, they say, "Hey, he's not running fast enough. He's short 2 seconds," or whatever. Actually, they're not saying that to me. What they want to know is more about the athlete and who they are, their family, how everyone gets along, how are the ACT, SAT, GPA, if they're a good student, and what their intended major are. I have more colleges that want to have that conversation with me than they want to have the conversation of, "Wow, that kid is awesome. Wow, I can't believe how good they are." They usually know before coming to the court how great that athlete is. They usually know that. They also know what kind of athlete they're looking for. So, moms and dads out there, take a deep breath, relax. Your student will get placed when they're ready and when the colleges are ready to have them on. So, enjoy, have a great time, be the cheerleader they need you to make sure everything stays positive. That's about it, parents. I hope you listened in. I'm Mary Ziola Vega with Thriving Athletes, coming to you live from Indianapolis, and can't wait to see what happens with your son or daughter going on to college. If you have so many comments to go along with this, please comment below. Comment below about how you feel when you're sitting on the sidelines. Let's talk about it. Let's hear some information. Would love to hear from you. And then also go to thrivingathletes.org. Feel free to reach out to me there, or Mary at thrivingathletes.org. And let's talk about it. Let's find out how you guys feel about everything. Because I think it's kind of interesting to see how all the different perspectives are of parents out there and how they feel when they're sitting at the sidelines. So, anyhow, have a great evening. Again, I'm Mary Zyla Vega with Thriving Athletes, and we'll see you courtside or trackside. Take care.